Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel. It is haul time. The items I'm about to show you were purchased at 3 different stores over a couple of different outings. So I'll try to keep things moving along to keep you interested and excited about seeing what I've discovered. I haven't totally examined all of these items, so I'll be doing that in front of you. And I haven't bothered taking any price tags off, so you'll see what I paid for most of these items if they were in fact priced. Okay, so this first one is, okay, it's English to, I was going to say to Ukrainian, English to French. I guess it's actually a dictionary. Kind of ratty. I don't think that stopped them from charging me $2 though. Or maybe it was less because it's a soft cover. Anyway, nice paper. The book is not in great shape, as you can see, but it's got a sewn binding. The pages will be almost perfect. Where's my ruler? 8 1/4 by 6 1/4 to use as folio pages. So happy with that. Now this is a 5 Roses cookbook. You know, typically I don't really spend much time in the cookbook section because in most of these thrift stores and bookstores, wherever you see books, it's such a huge category. I am not a great cook or baker myself, so I don't have that personal interest in it as well. I couldn't find a date on the, okay. And there's always that. But this, most of the pages are quite nice. There's a bit of color in the blue. It is relatively clean compared to the one that I saw. Okay, this one is fiber. Okay, the other one was a purity cookbook, and I guess at this store the cookbooks are all $2 each, and it's got a few color photos. The other thing that sort of swayed me was this these coupons here, and they're kind of cool. So that's that. Then this one, again, sad shape. I imagine I was charged $2 for this, even though it's a skinny little thing. But it's got some good pictures in it. And considering that my parents ran a bakery for umpteen years, you know, there's a sort of sentimentality to this as well. So I bit the bullet and bought this one as well. Again, I can find no year on it. This one cost $3, and in a video, I think, I don't know whether you've seen it or not. Maybe I haven't even posted it yet. Who knows? Maybe it's one of those scheduled things. This is one of those John Acorn titles done by Lone Pine Publishing, and they do these sorts of field guides. Now, I have my own copy of this. Regular $30. My own copy of this that is all marked up with page flags, because as I spot a bird in our yard, in our farm, on our farm, I mark it, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, another one. So and you can see, I should have actually shown you something. Pretty nice size for fussy cutting. You know, again, they're back to back, so you have to pick one over the other. But you know, when you have 2 copies, you're not as I'm not as reluctant to dig into one for bookmaking purposes. This was, I don't know if this was a good purchase or not. It's called the Ashford Book of Needle Felting. I remember seeing someone. It might have been, is it Melanie from the Treasured Page? She was doing some needle felting because I think she created a cover, if I'm not mistaken, for a journal using that. And then what I noticed on the inside is that they had taped in the tool. Now, of course, I'd want to rewatch that video. So in addition to seeing, you know, what this book has to say. So there are 3 needles. Well, they're sort of triangular, and I don't know if you can see that. They're triangular. Anyway, this is going to take some attention. You can be sure that I'm not going to be making a camel or anything like that. But I did like the look that she created with, you know, in the process of creating a journal cover. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to need some attention. Okay, carry on. This was something cute that I found in the dictionary section. I don't know, it's probably glare. Inside are these 2 fat little dictionaries. One is English-French, and the other is French-English. Now, you maybe know that cute is worth every bit of what it costs to acquire. Sewn-in signatures. I couldn't leave this behind. $2. Okay, then we're kind of into, I have a couple books, but they're down there. Okay, this, and I couldn't make out what that price tag was. I was hoping it was $3, but no, it was $5. This apparently is a plier kit for eyelets and gripper snaps. So I bought it just because I thought it would be worth playing around with. And the thing that sort of tipped the scale in you know, for me to actually buy it was the fact that the instructions are here. So from what I can tell, it does those sort of gripper-like snaps. And I, excuse me, I know that I have that in my miscellaneous sewing stuff. And I have a husband who his farm work shirts are all snap closures. So I think that, you know, there will be probably some experimenting going on. It's not going to replace my big shot, that's for sure. No, crocodile. Okay. So then they must have gotten a donation off some craft supplies, because there were these things, you know, $2, $2, $1, $1. This one is fibers. I don't know, should I struggle and try to open? Oh, maybe it's not that bad. Oh, it's on a little, kind of like a little spool type thing. Sometimes these are harder to use than you might think because the colors are a little strange or it's a little furry or whatever. But I just thought for a little variety, this one might have been used a bit. This one has still got its cellophane around it. Some pretty good colors though. This one, these are jumbo brads. And for the most part, are these, and these are metal. Yeah, metal corners. These are fairly generic. I mean, that one says family. But yeah, they're cute. And I thought you get quite a few for $2, so that was fine. These, Again, not much of a description here, but it says that it is that these are tile labels. So cute little box. This will get repurposed. Well, so will that other one. Okay, so these basically just have a little foam riser at the back. So easy enough to use these. I would probably remove that just to save on the bulk. But these are quite cute as well. So that's all right. Excuse me. This was $1. And it's a whole assortment of letters and numbers. And I thought, well, most of them are not chipboard, so that's that's a bonus in my opinion. Most of the time I end up, let's see, can I open this without spilling them all? Most of the time with chipboard, sorry for the rustling, with chipboard, what I end up doing, this isn't particularly thick, but sometimes, let me fish this one out. Sometimes you get chipboard letters or numbers, decorations that are really thick. So what I do in a case like that, don't attempt this at home, children, is take a craft knife, extend the blade a bit, and just sort of, I don't want to draw blood while you guys are watching. I've never hurt myself doing this, by the way. I just sort of poke the end of the blade in there, and then you can see multi-layers. Just peel this back, peel this off. Comes off fairly neatly. And if I don't get enough at the first, first go, I still want it thinner, I'll go back in again. But you can see, that little bit of difference does make a difference when you're trying to be aware of how much space something is taking. So if you've got chipboard kicking around your house and have been reluctant to use it, try that. But again, just be careful. No one wants to lose an appendage. Okay, this thing was $2. It's probably been opened, and so these are those single layer flowers. So these are obviously great for using to embellish things, pages, covers, whatever. You don't end up having to deconstruct a flower and wonder what you're going to do with the stamen and the center part. So I thought that there was enough variety in the color there that it would be certainly very useful. The trick now will be to keep them kind of within sight so that I remember to use them. Well, and we're still all at the same store. I bought this pillow sham for $2. I know you can't see it all, but it's in, I don't know how it looks at your end, but it is kind of a copper color with, a quilted effect and top stitching and so on. My plan for this is to turn it into a journal cover, and that's going to be really easy to do because, of course, it's got, the work has already been done. It's just a matter of cutting it down to the right size. Because it seems to me that now that I'm doing videos with, pretty good regularity, I want to be able, monkey see, monkey do. I see other YouTubers that have a journal, an in-progress journal within reach that they're constantly grabbing for and saying, and this is how I would use it, and this is where I would put it, and this is what it looks like. So I want to be one of those people. So that will be something that I'll do soon. And copper is a color that I love and that, permeates the our home decor here to a great degree as well. So yeah, this is something that will look good in my house and will also serve a useful purpose for this work. I also picked up these two cushion covers. Again, because butterflies and script. I think, and it's got kind of, must have a zipper on it. Yeah, kind of a, a linen-y type weave. Here would be the contents. Oh yeah, 85% cotton, 15% linen, so that's good. So it's, it would take dye well if I wanted to tea dye it or something to darken it up. But it looks pretty darn good to me as you see it here. And with, this is probably 18 inches. 16 inches. So obviously there is enough there to do, depending on the size of the journal, 2 or, excuse me, or 4. And then this, same, kind of a mate to it, more butterflies, colors that perhaps I prefer, but I was happy with both of those. And again, I'm the queen of rationalization. I think to myself, oh, that's, that's $2. It's not quite a yard, blah, blah, blah. However, it's a good pattern. And sometimes, for those of us who tend to have too much fabric, it's a good thing sometimes to just buy enough to do 1 or 2 projects, make some ruffles, and then know that, hey, you're done with it. You don't have enough to, make a circus tent with because you bought so much, because you loved it so much. So that is my thinking on that. This store has sort of had a refurbishment and really nice window displays. So I saw a couple of these cross-stitched, framed pictures in the window. $3. Like $3 doesn't cover the frame. It's a plastic frame, but it doesn't cover the frame. Never mind the matting, never mind the kit, never mind the loving labor that went into it. Poor job of framing. So poor, in fact, that by the time I got this home, I think the woman overpacked my whole purchase. That was the issue. This had already come apart. So maybe we should just have a gander. Tape. Maybe we should just have a gander at how much extra fabric there really is here. Because it's a circle, there will be less than there would have been if it was a square or a rectangle, because of course the corners have been shaved off a bit. But again, that's really cute, and there's enough Aida cloth around the design that I could trim it. I could, sew it just to, stabilize it. And this could easily become part of a cover decoration or something in a, I guess it's probably too big for a pocket. So yeah, more than likely it'll end up on a cover. Let me just see, are these two identical? No, they're not, so that's kind of good. Anyway, so let me get this out of the way. And we're almost at the end here, people. Oh, maybe a little more. These, I kind of gravitated to these because I like the color. So it's just a package of some stickers and some tags. Again, you know, the color. That was the thing that sold me. And then this is same sort of thing, just with punch outs, some tag shapes, some labels. $1 for this sheet. Now this book was $2. Let's see what you can see here. So you can see my pile. Okay, $2. Hardcover, about an inch spine. Sewn signatures, $19.89. Great illustrations. You know, nice colorful borders around the edge. And of course, the music as well. Now there's a definite, you know, Christian vibe to this. But I thought this page was cute too. So that would be, yeah, sign language. So this will be nice to work with as well. Okay, so there's that. Then this was in the free box. Had the elastic around it. I didn't bother taking it off. Oh, okay, that's why. Because it is separated. The book, the text block is separated from the cover. Cute end papers. Printed in Czechoslovakia. Look at the size of that font. Oh, so clearly there's some pages missing as well. Because this just, it wouldn't end with 3 dots. But my goodness, if a person wanted to harvest the words for decorating pages or tags or whatever, it's certainly a good size. And cute images to harvest as well. Paper's really nice, and the drawings are separated in such a way that, you know, I'll be able to get most of them. And at free, the price was definitely right. Nice. Okay. Did I say what year? No, I didn't. Somebody got it. Christopher got it in 1986 for Christmas. And then this one, you know, again, who doesn't have enough dictionaries? But the reason I picked this up and the reason I looked at it in the first place was because it said visual dictionary. 1986. So look at this. So whatever it is that they're describing, a telephone. This was before telephones fit on your watch. So they illustrate it, they identify all the parts. Children's clothing. Those are polo pajamas. So I thought this was really quite cute. and definitely worth the $2. I'm not sure what, like, who the audience for this kind of a book would have been. Are they people who maybe whose first language is not English, or is it just a very efficient way to cram a lot of information onto a single page? Because really, when you look at a person, like, that's a lot of information there. Cover all those vegetables, leaf vegetables in one page. Anyway, very happy with that. Okay, so that takes care of one store. I'll then show you this stuff. Now this I struck on a buy one get one sale. So now these are those printed tissues. Who doesn't love an animal print? Those mushrooms look a little bit childish to me, but 50 cents each. Buy one, get one. Even if I just use this in my purse, that's cheaper than Kleenex would cost, or tissues would cost otherwise. I know somebody who's now collecting all these little wooden type things, so I bought this for her. I've handled this thing more than once, thinking, oh, that is so cute. They're 2 1/3 by 3.5 inch pages, unlined refill paper for a little micro binder. And it's got a Staples logo on it. I don't know if I have a binder that size. I know I have binders of every other size and description, but I mean, that's too cute to leave behind. So who knows? Maybe I'll be buying a binder next just to be able to use it. This was a total score. It was seriously overpriced, but then she noticed how long it's been in the store and she gave me a deal. These are paper clips. Let me find, if I had a journal here, I'd show you. Here's my note from the library. Is that not cute? They're called ring clips. I've never seen this before. The box was sort of mangled. But it says, I'll show you what the brand name is. I don't know if it still exists. Half inch, mind you, couldn't be that old. It's got some metric measurements on there as well. Label on Corporation, New York, stock number 711C. Oh, fancy box, look at that. Anyway, I thought those were really cute. And they're, oh, and this is a bonus. These things are for cover, well, anyway, they're nut covers, I guess. Yeah, so I thought that was a steal. Now this is, it says Deluxe Digital Camera Cleaning Kit. Let me find some scissors. Now, who's using digital cameras anymore? Not this kid. And I think this is really old because this solution seems to have evaporated. But that's not why I got it. If in a previous, oh, there's a lens, like a lens cloth, some Q-tips, a booklet. But what I really wanted was this little, this little blowy thing. I was watching a video about alcohol ink, and one of the tools that was recommended was, the technical term is blowy thing, a little blowy thing to make the ink obviously move on the substrate. So, because I ended up winning an assortment of Adirondack alcohol inks, which I haven't yet tried, for $1, I could try using this tool and see if it makes a difference. So that was my thinking there. Gift wrap. I thought this was interesting. Fairly masculine feel to it. Train, car, cute pup, creek, riverboat, fisherman, apple picker. Covers it all. And then this one, still in its package. I might even have this already. What did I do with those? It is very colorful, and I think this would be, even though it says it's a recipe for a happy marriage. It's definitely got a kitchen-y feel to it. You know, a lovely red geranium and a gingham tablecloth. It just, I mean, doesn't that just improve your mood just looking at it? So maybe between the cookbook and this wrapping paper, I now have to actually start on a homemaking type journal instead of just collecting stuff for it. This one I picked up at a library off their sale rack. And I think that before I next see my grandsons, I want to try to teach myself a card trick. Would that not win me all sorts of Nana cred with those two boys? Like I'm thinking it would. There seemed to be a heck of a lot of instructions, so I don't know. But I definitely thought that they'd be pretty impressed. So I'll have to pick one and see if I can do it. And hey, I'll make you a promise. If I can teach myself a trick, I might just throw one in one of my YouTube videos. How's that for sticking my neck out? Anyway, there's that. Okay, this one, I don't know. I thought it might be, it has some good, excuse me, black and white line drawings in it for, related to tea. Good for fussy cutting. Good for decorating pages. It's probably everything you ever wanted to, excuse me, everything you ever wanted to know about tea, but were afraid to ask. So there's some recipes. So I thought that was kind of cool. This probably cost 50 cents. And then there were these 2 sealed packages of Christmas stationery. Pretty subtle, pretty classy looking. So I got these 200 sheets of paper for $2. So that was good. This is an assortment of, does it give a weight? It says index weight paper. I don't know what that means in pounds or ounces. But, yeah, there was sort of a selection of different kinds of paper here. This has a linen-y feel to it. Some of it is cardstock. Some of it is a lighter weight. So I thought that was pretty good. And then a person doesn't often find matte finish, or at least I don't find matte finish photo paper very often. So I was pretty glad to find that as well. And again, became more of a deal with the buy one, get one sale. Okay, and my final purchase from a news store that I stumbled across was today. So I've got these items. Okay, this was on a free rack right in the foyer as you come in or out. French, poetry, I gather, some drawings. So I grabbed it because I can use it. So that was good. So for these items, a cross-stitch book. Again, nice size pages. 8.5 by 5, so perfect. Folio size. You know, isn't finished like the pattern, and then the finished product. A combination color in black and white. I just thought that was pretty cool. Didn't know, 20 bucks. Didn't know what the price was going to be because not everything in the store was priced. So here's some crewel embroidery that's been done. Oh, the alphabet is cute. I wonder if either one of these have a date. Oh, this is from India. Oh, so clearly that is not dollars. Yeah, I don't see a date on either. Okay, so 2 booklets like that. This that somebody obviously salvaged off something. So, I mean, this will be lovely to separate into thirds or whatever and use to decorate something. And then this, now it's scuffed, but hey, I've got shoe polish. Genuine leather. 9 by 4.5. I've never made a traveler's journal. Will this not be the perfect cover? It's got some places to put things. It's leather. It's got a pen holder. Like, anyway, you'll never guess. I wish I could hear your guesses. These 4 items, 60 cents. I told her to keep the change when I gave her a loonie. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, so I'll be checking that place out again. Anyway, my lovelies, that is it for today. So thank you for joining me. I don't know when my next thrifting video will be, when I'll be thrifting again. But now that spring is within sight, maybe again soon. I do want to tell you that starting, well, let me just check my book here. One series that I've started that is in progress already is my Sunday What's in My Bookcase series. The first week was kind of a small selection of books, short little shelf, and basically it was some animal books. The next one that I've taped and will be up this coming Sunday, was all oversized titles. So I had to do it on location and I had to do it twice, but you'll hear all that if you watch the video because I had technical issues. Anyway, some incredible books If you love books as much as I love books, you'll probably want to tune in for that. And then starting later this month, I'm beginning my own 100-day challenge. The way I understand these things, a person, picks their own subject matter, their own project. In this case, it would obviously be a crafting type series. And you can basically start whenever you want, whenever it suits your schedule. So that's what I've done. And I've got several of those taped and in a slush pile already. So then when life gets in the way, excuse me, it appears that life is seamless. So that's in addition to the other things that I'm doing. So please, I hope you check me out again soon. And in the meantime, happy thrifting, happy crafting, stay well, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.